Hey beautiful people, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So today we are doing another alopecia transformation. As you guys can see, my client has some severe alopecia going on in her crown and also on the sides. So she came in and said, you know what, I want to be able to wear my own hair. I'm done with the wigs. I'm done covering up. So what we did was start off by giving her a preliminary cut with the clippers. The purpose of this cut, because I know a lot of you always ask this question, is to remove a lot of that excess hair that we will not need throughout the entirety of the style. I went ahead and started the relaxer process. This would be considered a virgin relaxer. What makes it a virgin relaxer is because she has not had a relaxer within literally the last 4 to 6 months, and that hair is in its natural state. So after the relaxer, as you guys can tell, even though I cut her down, shrinkage is real, you guys. Do you guys still see how much length she had left over? So this is another reason why I do the preliminary cut, because at the end of the day, if I'm relaxing her hair, I don't want to relax hair that I'm going to cut off. And the longer the hair, typically the longer the process for the relaxer. So the shorter the hair, the shorter the process. But it really just depends on what relaxer system is being used. Now, I went ahead and started the haircut. I did part her hair out into smaller sections because I wanted to be able to see my guide. And when you are working with clients who have situations such as alopecia, you always want to make sure that you take your cut slow, because if you cut too much too fast, you can sometimes what we call expose the area that you really were trying to cover up in the first place, because you get that one track direction and you just start cutting and going crazy, and then you forgot that you were supposed to be actually masking a certain area at the same time. So it's better to cut slow, concentrate on your cut, and then that will give you an idea or a basis of where you're going. Remember, when you're doing transformation haircuts of this nature, there's really no way for it to be a one-track cut. Everything is customized. So I'm molding her hair using our Elite Silk Wrap Foam. You guys know that this is my go-to foam for any and every body. If I could cook with it, I would. But of course, I'm doing her mold, and you guys know the foundation of the mold is the most important. Our Elite Silk Wrap Foam is definitely going to be one of her at-home use products, specifically because she has a shortcut and it must be molded for it to lay properly. And of course, I want to make sure that my clients are using quality products, so why not go home with Elite Hair Care USA? But the Elite Silk Wrap Foam is available on our website for purchase as always, and of course, it is in stock as of right now. It sells out quick, you guys. It really does. Now, for her mold, I did want to make sure that everything laid in the right direction, okay? If the cut was done properly, you will see that as I'm molding the hair is not exposing itself and it is not sticking out in any place, which is very important. I'm using these end papers to hold the hair down in certain areas because I did want to make sure that at the end of the day, her mold was not disturbed while she was under the dryer, especially in areas at like the nape of the neck and the sides of the head. Now, the bottle that you saw me spraying was literally just water because I wanted to give the hair and the end paper something to adhere to. And you want the end papers to really lay properly in those areas. Now that her hair is dry, I did apply some of our Elite Masket. I know a lot of you have been asking for our Masket. We are going to be bringing it back in the colors of black and dark brown, just for a limited time, because I know you guys have been asking for this for so long. But we had so many colors and they just were not moving as well as they should have. So as a business decision, we decided to remove it from stock, but we are going to bring back the black and the dark brown because those are the two colors that are asked for the most. And we might bring back the gray, but I'm not really certain about the gray, you guys. But black and dark brown will definitely be back very soon. Now, I'm just going through and cleaning up her cut. As you guys saw, I was just going through and tapering down some of the density in the nape area. And I'm doing a little bit of notching just to blend in those areas that are slightly more dense than others. This is all by technique, you guys. Every stylist is going to do this in a different way. But when you're dealing with clients who have alopecia, you definitely want to go to a stylist that understands the chemistry and the anatomy of the head and understanding how to mask certain areas, because it's very important, especially for you to give that illusion that there is hair there. Now, for the front of her head, you guys, we are going to be adding a couple tracks to give her a little bit of fullness. We're not going to be adding the tracks to give her that I have a weave type look, but to give her more of a natural look and give her a little more density in her face area. That is perfectly fine, you guys. There's no right or wrong way to do this. When the tracks are added in the right way, you will notice that it will still look natural, but it will give her emphasis in her crown area, because remember, she has a space in the crown that's about 5 inches in width, or in length, should I say. And if that hair is not there, then we're already about 50% less in the amount of hair that we'll need to have really good coverage. So adding a couple tracks won't hurt. You can do it with micro linking, depending on the length of the client's hair. You can do it with adhesive, meaning like hair glue. But I use hair glue, and I did put a protectant base in that area because, of course, my number one goal is to preserve what my client has, no matter if it's scarred or not. So we did put a protective base in that area. So I want you guys to comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about the haircut in its entirety, the style itself. I feel like this style came out really, really well, or turned out really well for her. I feel like this is something that she'll be able to manage on her own, on her own at home. And then, of course, she will come back in for her maintenance and care. Let's talk a little bit about Aftercare Products. So definitely she will be using the hair repair and growth shampoo and conditioner with a little bit of moisture. And then our Elite Silk Wrap Foam is definitely going to also be beneficial for her. Now, because she has a shortcut, I can't recommend any of the serums because they are oil-based. But we will have a liquid or water-based serum coming out fairly soon for those of you that want to be able to use the serum when you have your weaves, or when you have, your short styles, or whatever the case may be, because we want to make sure that it's something that will more say dissipate, where oils and serums, like heavy base serums, they don't dissipate as much, and you can't use them on every hair type. So you guys look out for that fairly soon. Another product that she can definitely use on her hair during this process would definitely be our African Goddess collection. That is going to be the strengthening of the process. That is going to keep the hair nice and strong. And I definitely recommend a protein treatment every couple weeks, especially when you are relaxed. So you guys can see that little hole there. I kind of went backwards because I wanted you guys to really see something. When you saw me lift the hair up just now, you could see some of her area where she has the alopecia going on. But when the hair is laying, you cannot tell that she has anything happening, that there was anything wrong with her hair of any sort. And that's another reason why I say, if you need to add a couple tracks, there is nothing wrong with that. There is no rule book that says you cannot add hair in if you are trying to regrow your hair. Okay, there's no right or wrong way to do this. You just have to make sure you're going to a stylist that understands a safer way and a more protected way to do this. So I want you guys to comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about the finished look. She loved it. I loved it. We loved it. And it came out really, really nice. The tracks blended in with her hair really well. It looked like it was her hair. And we did add a good amount of tracks in that area. And then for her sides and her back, we used a little bit of the Elite Masket just to give her a little more coverage. But other than that, we are done, you guys. We are done. So please, please, please don't forget to thumbs up this video. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, and also comment down below and tell us what you thought about the finished style. And we will be having a Mother's Day sale this weekend only, where all of our products will be 30% off. And when I say this weekend only, we are in 2021, the weekend of May the 8th, Mother's Day. Okay, so everything 30% off, and the code will be included in the description box down below. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and thanks for watching.